Hey guys, Jedi270 from Airsoft RX here. This video, after watching several different ones on the WE SCAR in the past few days, I've noticed that there's a lot of people still talking junk about the WE, and I got to tell you, after 2 years, I've only had a couple of malfunctions, and they're very easy to fix, and it's very easy to fix when you first get the gun. So please, pay close attention to this video, and at the end of it, there will be a special announcement on upcoming reviews, so make sure you watch it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
What's going on, guys? Jedi here. I've ran with this weapon for 2 years exclusively, and I just got finished. I'm out here doing this yard sale thing, and I was on my tablet and I was looking at some videos, and I came across a new one on the WE SCAR. And nothing against these guys that review these guns. They do good jobs reviewing them, and I'm not the know-it-all of the world. But when it comes to this weapon, after 2 years of using it, I think I got a pretty good outlook on it. Alright, so 3 problems with the WE SCAR. One was fixed by the time the Generation 2 came out, and that was the hinge plate. Okay? Why was the hinge plate an issue? WE made it thin because the ATF rides their frame like a cheap horse. Okay? They ride everybody, but not like they do WE. Why? Because WE is well known for putting out guns as realistic as they can possibly make them for you. And they listen to you. You go on James Chan's channel and you send him a message and you ask him about something, he gets it answered. Sometimes it takes him a while, but he's busy. He gets it answered. Okay? So, let's talk about these problems. Let's forget about this hinge plate, because the only way you're going to get a Gen 1 SCAR is on eBay or through a private sale on Craigslist, and you have to be very careful. And if you do get a Gen 1, there's nothing wrong with it other than this hinge plate. And when it breaks, and it will if it hasn't already, I'm pretty sure it broke on the original owner, and they've already replaced this hinge plate. It's about 12 bucks at even. Okay? Now, one of the things that happens with this weapon, especially if you run CO2, is the adjustable stock. This area from here to here will come out of there. It doesn't break. There's a small track about yay long and has a fork on the end of it, and the nut sits down in there, and it screws into that nut right here, which compresses it down so it doesn't fall out the other end when it's fully extended. This happens because these guns are so notorious for their hard recoil that nut vibrates out of that track and it falls off. No big deal, easy fix. Just go in there, sand out around that little horseshoe shape, put your nut down in there, make sure it lines up correctly, and JB weld it, and it'll never happen again. That happened to me 2 years ago within a week of owning this rifle, and I fixed it, and it's never had a problem again, nor has it affected my ability to collapse the stock. Okay? Now, very easy fix, and it's good preventive maintenance. Second issue, the trigger. You have to forgive me because I'm doing this upside down. Okay? If you'll notice right here, you see this silver piece? That's your roller bearing. There's a pin that goes through there. Alright? I was shooting it one day, pin fell out. I called John at Blowback Army. I said, John, dude, what's up with that? He said, it happens all the time. Try to find your pin. I said, well, I found the roller bearing, but I can't find the pin. He said, just make one. So what I did was I made one out of a regular nail, and you can tell on this side, let's see if we can get it around here. You see how it's hooved up right there? A little disc? That's the head of that nail. I sanded this hammer down, got all the paint off of it, slid the nail through, and then cut it off and JB welded both sides. Never happened again. Now, you can either do this when you first get it, or make sure you order about 6 or 7 brand new hammers to replace them every time it happens after 2 or 3 months, because it's going to happen. Period. Alright, so that's easy to do. Just get the gun, and as soon as you get it, take it and sand that down on both sides of that hammer. Make sure you get all the silicone oil off of it. Sand it down and put the JB weld on there. Problem solved, okay? Now, one of the things that really gets my goat, man, just really burns me up, is all this open bolt crap. Do you see a brass tube in there? You see a black tube, don't you? Because the light's hitting it. When this gun cycles, you don't see any brass tube in there. And what kills me is what they call it, a brass tube. It is a cylinder, just the same as it is in an AEG. And its function is the same. Instead of containing the air and forcing it down the barrel behind the BB, it contains the gas. Now, when you see an open bolt system fire, even WE's open bolt system, gas vents out of the breech. Why spend $15 to $16 and in some cases $20 for a can of green gas when you're only getting 75% use out of it, because 10% on every shot out of your magazine is flying out of this damn breech. When it's coming down, it goes through your brass tube cylinder. You get the benefits of every shot, which increases your efficiency of your gas in your mag. I can get 2.5 at 75 rounds out of one charge of gas in this rifle. Okay. Downside, it makes it extremely hot, especially for CQB. On my video before this channel was deleted, I had a chrono on an Excratec 3200 showing 499.9 with a 0.25 gram BB. Alright, that's easily fixed by putting an impasse kit in and controlling how much gas flows out, and the impasse kit will actually help you control, 1, your felt recoil, and 2, your FPS. So you can dial that down and be perfectly legal on the field. Okay. Also, it has another benefit with the impasse kit. The less gas you use going down the barrel, the more gas you keep in your mag for subsequent shots. Okay. So it increases your efficiency twofold. I have ran this rifle next to, and in a Katsu, I've ran it next to a GMP. And I'm telling you guys, as sure as the day is long, this gun is 4 times as efficient on gas as any other gas blowback rifle that's ever shot beside it. Period. And that's without an impasse kit. So, you know, why would anybody want to lose all that gas? So you figure over the average of maybe 4 cans of gas that you buy, you've lost to the atmosphere and getting no use out of it at least a whole nother can of green gas. So you've lost about $20 to $25 worth of money just by letting it vent out here because you don't like the look of an open closed bolt. All you got to do is shoot it with some black paint and you're good to go. Now, BBs. The WE Scar, a lot of people have said, hey Jedi, my BBs are breaking in my barrel. Okay, there's a reason for that. 1 or 2 things has happened. This gun has never broke a BB, and there's only one reason why it hasn't, because I've never fired .20s out of it. I've fired KSC Perfect .25s and that only. This gun absolutely loves a .25 high quality BB. Some of the TSDs I've had before in the past have, you know, been weak and I don't use them. I won't use them in this gun at all. I use .25s, period. Okay? It loves them. The hop-up loves them. This is the factory Generation 3 hop-up. It's not the Stinger that they're coming out with now, which is 2 times better of a hop-up. But the .25s, you don't get the declination in the climb that you get with the .20s in this factory hop-up. Okay? I'm on the same nubbing. I'm on the same hop-up rubber. Everything in here is the same as it was factory. Okay? 2 years. I've had 2 malfunctions. Both of them have been fixed in the past year, and I've never had an issue. I only had to paint the cylinder 1 time, and you still don't see any copper when it fires, or brass, or whatever you want to call it. You still don't see any of that. The only other things you can do to increase the FPS and the accuracy of this weapon is to maybe go to a tighter bore inner barrel, but WE gives you a .04 inner barrel anyway. Anything tighter than that is really just a waste of money, in my opinion. You don't need anything tighter than that. If you ran this without an impasse kit, closed bolt with a .01, you'd probably hit 500, 501 FPS out of it on a good warm day. So that only makes it hotter. So, you know, that being said, I mean, it's an awesome rifle. I don't see anything wrong with it. Don't listen to people when they tell you that the brass tube can help you adjust your FPS, because it does not do that. Only thing it does is it contains all of your gas and puts it behind the BB where it belongs. That's it. Nothing on this gun factory is going to adjust your FPS, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So there's nothing wrong with the WE Scar. It's the only gas blowback WE Scar on the market. WE continues to turn out stellar products. Even their Desert Warrior, the loading nozzle comes loose on it. Mine has over the past couple of months. And you know, you just simply set it back in there and cement it down, and it'll never come open on you again and jam your gun. Stay away from cheaper BBs. Run KSC Perfects or something equivalent. Run a .25. And if you have to run a .20 because the field regulates it that you must use those, then the only thing I can tell you to do then is put the in-pass kit in it first, tune down the power, and then run the two .2s and make sure you've got a Stinger hop up, and it'll work perfectly for you. Other than that, there's nothing else wrong with this rifle. It's been a beast. It still performs with regular maintenance. I absolutely love it. I don't see myself getting rid of it anytime soon. So you guys stop hating on WE simply because you own a GMP. I'm happy for you. Or the King Arms is a great gun. All those other guns are great guns, don't get me wrong. The Viper Techs, the GMPs, the KJWs, all of them are pretty good guns. You know, don't worry about that. But for the most part, there's nothing wrong with this one. Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed watching the video. Upcoming reviews will be the North Star Tactical 42-inch double weapons case. This was sent to me by Doug Hart out at North Star Tactical. I'd like to send a special thanks out to him and Mr. Ron Bazayev. It's in olive drab green, and my camera's starting to show it like olive drab stripes on a camel tan, so it looks really weird. I'm trying to figure that out. Also, there will be 2 GI duffel bags and 1 gym bag from North Star Sports. Please remember to subscribe and comment. Thanks.